It's time for another video. I just need to pull up what is it that I've been doing. So since I last saw you, this is where I left you off. All right. These last 2 weeks have been 2 good weeks. I'm super happy about what's been going on, and I'm super also excited for what is coming. I'm looking back at this whole journey, like the fact that I started last year with Road 35, now I am on my Road 36, and it's been a year and something since I really started off this whole Road to Infinity project, and a year later, I can really feel the progress. I still have a lot I want to achieve and ambitions that is bubbling up inside me. So I still have a lot I want to do, but where I am now and where I was a year ago, things have happened. So that is something I just want to share, that I'm really feeling the rewards of this commitment to my practice. The things that I'm trying out in order to achieve my goals is leading me somewhere. What I mentioned in the previous season of this Road to Infinity is that through this project, I've managed to become very conscious about my practice. I managed to practice more consciously, which is something that I've been lacking before that, and I noticed the difference. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, my name is Kaide, and I'm a dancer who's out to find out what his true potential is as a dancer. What has happened? During the first week of these 2 weeks that I'm gonna recap, not much happened in terms of my practice. I just tried to keep it up. This is why it's good to keep track of your progress, because anytime you forget, you can just pull it up, you're back at it. All right, so I'm looking through my little weekly practice planner that I created for myself to exactly do this, to keep track of my progression. The week was pretty good in terms of my practice. Did my Leviathan flow, worked on some footwork foundations that I got to were shuffle, the pas de bourrée, and the loose legs. So I did 3 out of 5, not horrible. It was a good week. Practice, okay, but what it was the highlight was the end of that week, which was the Hip Hop Revolution in Gothenburg. So this is an event that's been going on since 2009, and it's an event I've visited quite a lot. I haven't kept track of how many years I've actually participated at this event, but quite a few. I have some proof of that on YouTube, which can be a bit hard to watch at sometimes, but this is a part of me that just needs to accept that I've gone through a process. So it's nice to see, because I've come a long way. What I wanted to say was that this year, Hip Hop Revolution was something else, because I won, and it felt really, really good for many reasons. Like I was saying before, this is an event in Sweden I have been going to, and it's also my first time winning a house dance category in Sweden. To have a win at home, that feels good. It felt good. And another layer on top of this, which made this super enjoyable, was that the final at this event was against my brother in life, my hermano de la vida, Arunas, aka Aru, and it was just beautiful. We had a very nice final. It also ended in a tie, which meant that we needed to go an extra round, which was also amazing. Just 2 weeks, or a week, 2 weeks before that, me and Arunas stood together at Hip Hop Weekend as in a 2 versus 2, right? So we were in the same team. So it was interesting to have that opposite experience of dancing together in a competition and then dancing against each other. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't have to go any deeper into this. So that was the first week, which felt good. So we're gonna close this one down. After Hip Hop Revolution, it was time for me to pack my bags and head to the Netherlands, because in the Netherlands, which I am currently in at the moment, I'm here because I'm working in a performance, which I'm so thankful for these opportunities. But I'm working in a performance that is choreographed by Alessia Dobish, which also is part of the performance as well. Alessia is a person that I've had and still have as a huge inspiration, not only as a house dancer, but also as a maker, as a performer, as a mover. The fact that I have this opportunity to work with her, it just warms my heart. And yeah, it's been very enjoyable. It's been very challenging, but these are challenges that I feel are pushing me forward, because when it comes to the different platforms within dance where we can express and share, dance theater is something I've done the least of. So I've entered battles quite a lot, shared knowledge I've taught. When it comes to dance theater, we have to perform and to create, and these two, I've experienced it the least. So I'm happy when I get the opportunity to do so. In this performance, we are 3 dancers. So it's Alessia, who is, again, the choreographer and performer. It's myself. And the third performer was initially a girl from Italy, an amazing mover and dancer named Melissa. And she unfortunately got injured during the process. So not in the process, but during the time, she injured her foot in a competition, in a battle, and had to unfortunately step out. But then luckily, there was another person that could jump in and save us, and that person is Noelle from the Netherlands, also a beautiful mover and dancer. In December 14th, 15th, 16th, as well as 20th, 21st, 22nd. So those dates in December. For anybody that's watching this video and is based in the Netherlands, come and check us out. It's gonna be an evening with performances created by 3 choreographers. So one is Alessia, Dalton Johnson, and the last one is Justin de Jager. It's gonna be an evening with 3 performances. It would be nice to see you there. Yes, so the second week has been full-on rehearsal and creation mode, which has been beautiful. It's been very challenging. It has not only been a challenge, the process in itself, but it's been a challenge to balance both being in this work mode, so rehearsing long days, and fitting in my practice. And this is something that I don't see as impossible, but the challenge is how to make them fit, because there is time to make most of it work. During this process, it is an opportunity for me to see how does one go about to keep their practice intact while being busy with work. And I remember last year, I did I asked a question on Instagram to see what struggles people had with their practice. And I remember that one of the struggles was to balance work with their practice. And yeah, I'm getting to experience that firsthand. What I can say that I've learned out of this experience now is that it comes down to consistency. So we might have an ambition, or I know I have an ambition of certain time I want to spend on my practice. So I have it all structured, which makes this easier. But then when we have situations like this, when time is spent on working and it's not an ideal situation, it's about, again, consistency, and it's about you then, or at least for me, to pick something out of the list of things you want to do and get that done. So even if it wouldn't be a week that is a perfect streak of getting everything checked, like all the boxes checked, as long as some of the boxes are checked, that's a step in the right direction. For example, when I do get to rehearsal, anytime I have space and time to warm up or cool down is an opportunity for me to get my practice done. And then when the day is over, if you still have energy left, to then grab another half an hour, 45, an hour maybe max, whatever energy you have left, to then check off another part of the box. So it's not about the quantity at this point. It's about the quality of those minutes that you have at your disposal and to get something done. Because again, I can't stress it enough, it's consistency. Consistency with your practice is what's gonna make a difference. And if you manage to have something done daily, that's better than not doing anything because you feel like you can't properly do the practice as you would have liked to. That's what I'm noticing for me. So, it's been a lot of rehearsing, but what is also crazy to me is the weekend then that was crazy because I managed to squeeze in a trip to Barcelona. So on the Friday, I traveled to Barcelona for an event called Flow is the Key, organized by Rick Indigo, Jennifer and Mel, and a bunch of other people that stood behind them to make sure that this happened. I got to Barcelona on Friday, went straight to a jam, had a good time, and then that became a late day, late night, and then the day after was getting up early to then go to this event and actually get to judge a category. I haven't had so many opportunities to be a judge at events, and this was a fun experience. I really enjoyed it, and I was doing that next to Ruth Prim, which I also admire a lot. Yeah, so I judged a hip-hop category for beginners. Super nice, very fun to watch, to see all these amazing dancers where the level was very mixed, but for a beginner category, it was very, very good level. And yeah, Spain was not holding back. So I really had a good time. So thank you to everybody that participated. After that category, it was time for the hip hop, popping, and house category. In this 7 to Smoke house, so first, good to point out that it was kind of like an all-style battle, but to house music. So different styles of dancers could enter. Again, another moment of just feeling good, my body felt good, and the people, the energy was just very pleasant. So in this 7 to Smoke, I started off as the challenger, and I managed to win 5 rounds in a row. And then I lost against a girl named Selena, which really just, blew everybody away after our round. So she won, and then she literally just won against everybody. So she ended up taking the win for that event. I was just so sad to not have had another go I just wanted to I was so close to winning, but not bad. 5 wins, super happy with my performance. Yeah, overall, really had a good time. So thank you very much, Flow is the Key, for this one. And I hope to be able to come back for next year. I also, in the last minute, asked a guy in Spain, named Alex, to do the hip hop 2 versus 2 with me. So at least I got to do a pre-selection, which was fun, and it's nice. I just, really enjoy dancing. After Flow is the Key, me and Walid, we had about 3 hours of sleep before we had to make our way to the airport and fly to the Netherlands. Ooh. So yeah, this is really like pushing your body, because we were heading to Soul Cypher, and me and Walid, we entered both the house 2 versus 2 and hip hop 2 versus 2, because I mean, why not? Since we traveled far, we might as well just enter everything. Long day, but good energy. I felt good about myself. Wait, I have a phone call. I need to... No, I'm just recording something real quick in one of the studios upstairs. Okay, bye. All right, not gonna drag it out, but round after round, we ended up winning the event, Soul Cypher 11th edition. And yeah, that was... I think I've been to Soul Cypher and in the finals 2 other editions. So it's been twice in the finals, and then now this 3rd time to really take it home. So super happy about that. And I'm trying to, as everything is there's so much happening at the moment, but I'm really trying to absorb these, I would say almost 3 wins. So 2 official wins, 1 very good performance. Yeah, I feel like these are the rewards I am experiencing after having committed to this practice that I'm doing. I've been, for the longest time, trying to find a way to practice that will take me closer to my goals and ambitions. And through this project, I've been able to do exactly that. Yeah, I'm very curious to see where this will continue to take me and how much deeper I can go into my practice, because yes, things are going good. I'm happy about the outcomes, but I'm not done. And this is not a moment for me to slow down. This is just, confirmation that the work I'm putting in, it's leading me somewhere. So to continue putting in the work and to continue being curious about what my true potential is, because I'm working towards something, but I don't know what that is. But I do want to find out. And that's basically it. Soul Cypher Volume 11 was also, or is also, my last battle for 2023. The rest of the time now is going to be spent on rehearsing, and I'm hoping to share more about that process in coming videos. By the time you're watching this, we've entered December, so it's the last month of the year. I might take the opportunity in the next video of Road to Infinity to share some of the things that are coming up for 2024 that I'm super excited about. That's it. I'm gonna leave you there with that. That's pretty much the vlog recap of these 2 weeks that have been since the last Road to Infinity video. I'm truly hoping that you are on your way in your own practice, that you've set your goals or are setting your goals, and that you also have small rewards in your own practice. Also, stay tuned. At the end of this video, I also have a little task to share with you. Keep enjoying your practice. Let's find out what our true potential is, and I'll see you in our next video. So today's task is gonna be waves, and the way we're gonna do it is different than you doing a jacking, which has a swing. You want to start from the head and you want to finish at your butt. The entire body is gonna be involved, however. So you're constantly gonna have shift the weight back and forth. You're gonna start by moving your head to the back, and then you wanna roll to the upper back, lower back, and then butt. You can start by using a wall to kind of just find this connection. I start with my head, and then I roll down to the upper back. My head leaves the wall. I continue down. My upper back now has left the wall, lower back, and then the butt, and then everything left the wall, and then I start again. And you just want to have that movement continuous, same direction, and then you can start by having this as your groove. You start adding the steps or a footwork foundation, and you just want to keep the wave playful and happening continuously, independent from the legs. So they're not necessarily connected. There's not a pattern that repeats. This just goes on its own, and the leg goes on its own.